In this video, I'm going to show you how to make sales tax payments in Zoho Books. Hey everyone, my name is Stephanie Smith and I am a Zoho Finance partner at New Light Financial Solutions. Here at New Light Financial Solutions, we are on a mission to help demystify business finances as well as partner with as many business owners as possible to help them have a growing and more profitable business. Thank you so much for joining us on our YouTube channel today. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. Now let's dive in. If your company collects sales tax and you're using Zoho Books, then you'll want to know how to correctly record your sales tax payments on your books. I want to start with a caveat that everybody's different, everybody's books are different, every industry is different, every state is different. So but prior to getting to this point, make sure you understand your sales tax and what's required of you well in advance. So watch my previous video. I talked about how to set up the sales tax center. And once you're done with that, you will have sent out invoices with the sales tax on them. And at this point, you're ready to make sales tax payments, or you already have, and you want to record them to your books. So how do we do that? We're going to start by going into the accountant section of Zoho Books and clicking the tax payments option. If you've never done this before, you will have nothing here, just like this screen. What you will do is click this new button. It'll say generate tax due, and you'll start by generating what taxes you owe. So the system will automatically calculate the taxes that you owe. I believe the default is to calculate this on an accrual basis, and there is a way to change that if you're doing this on a cash basis as well. So you'll have to select your tax authority, and yes, you'll have to do this for every tax authority. So if you have lots of tax authorities in Zoho Books, unfortunately, you have to do this one by one every time you want to make payments. So I'm going to start by picking Georgia, and you pick the time frame. So I'm going to run what's due for this year so far. So I'm going to go January to current, and I'm going to click generate. I want to caveat to say that you cannot go backwards in time once you do this first one. So if you're looking to start doing this, you might want to pick a date really far back, or just whatever period you're starting to do this with. And then you're going to click this generate button. And what you'll see here is it says for Georgia, I owe $4 in taxes for this time period. And you'll click here and you'll pick what account that you want to pay it out of. So I'm paying it through this account. You might add a reference number. Make sure you select the right payment date, because what you'll do from here is match this transaction that we're putting in the books to the bank transaction in the bank feed. So if you put in the wrong date, you might not be able to match it correctly. And then you might want to add a note here. So we'll put in sales tax for first half of 2024 for Georgia. And then you will see the amount that's due, and you would put your payment amount here and just click save. Before I do that, I want to say that you can apply a tax adjustment. So if I didn't pay the full $4 and maybe I had an early pay discount, many of our clients do, you can create a tax adjustment to lower the amount due that you're going to pay. So if I click that, it will ask me for my date, the amount. So let's say I got a 25% discount dollar. What account do you want to put that in? I would recommend creating an early sales tax payment account if you don't have one, and then the reason, or whatever account that you need and the reason that you need for this adjustment, early tax payment. And then you'll click adjust. And now you can see that my total amount due was $4. I'm going to pay $4, but there is a $1 adjustment for a total of $3. And you'll just click save. And now I can see my taxes due, my total liability, the total amount I paid with an adjustment here. I'm going to do this again for the other tax authority that I have in the system, which is the county. I'm going to use the same dates that I used for the other one. And you might do this on a monthly basis. You might do this on a quarterly basis, whatever your company is doing. Same thing. I'm going to pick what account I am paying it out of. I'm going to make sure my payment date is correct. And then I'm going to add notes. So sales tax. And then if I need to make adjustments to my payment, I can do that Now, I'm going to show you an example of what happens if you don't pay the full amount. So let's say I only paid $10 right now for this particular total that I owe. That's perfectly okay. So you can put in a lesser amount. I'll click Save. And now you can see with this second one that the total liability is $19.50. I've paid $10, and I have the option over here to record a payment. You can see at the top, I don't have an option to record another payment because I've already paid the total amount so far. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to record another payment. Let's say I make a second payment. I'm going to keep the same date just for purposes for you to see that this is an option. And I'm going to record the rest of this amount. So now I have $19.50. I've paid $19.50 and the option to pay has gone away. I can go up here to the payments tab and I can see all the payments that I have made. And if I make a mistake, it's okay. I can come over here and delete one of the payments and enter a different payment as well. So you'll be able to see all the tax payments that you have, as well as the taxes due. So as you generate the next one, you'll see the next set of taxes due and how much you owe and how much you've paid here. From here, you will want to make sure that you match your transaction that we just put in for this payment to the bank feed. So I'm going to go over here to the banking tab. I'm going to open up the bank account that I made this payment out of, and then you can see it right here, sales tax payment. So I'm going to click on my payment. This would have come from your bank feed. And then if you had just one, you would just match. There's a match button. But if you have more than one, I did want to show that you can select all the amounts that you need to that tax payment. And so long as your amount is pending here, you'll just be able to match it. And that is how you match your sales tax payment after you put the payment in the system. So the first thing you'll want to do is put that sales tax payment in and then match it to the payment. So I do want to show where this shows up on the balance sheet if you haven't seen that before. So I'm going to go to reports, then click balance sheet. And then what I want to show you is I'm going to pick the day before the payment just so you can see it and run this report. If I scroll down, you'll see that tax payable right there. It was $23.50. That's how much I owed. If I click into that, you can see it's made up of the invoices that I had sent out. I'm going to go back, and if I just run this report for today, which I put my payments in for today, you can see that that liability is completely gone. So what it does is it puts the money into that account when you make those sales by those invoices, and then it will take that money out of the account when you make those tax payments. I do want to say that if you are logging your sales tax as expenses to an expense account, this liability account will continue to grow as you're making sales, and it will never go away, and you will always have this balance. And this balance essentially says that you owe this money. So you do want to make sure that you're putting in the sales tax payments this way so it gets logged to this account. And then that way you don't have a balance that you owe on your balance sheet. But I hope that this was helpful. This is one of the most common issues that I see on people's books is they're not using the sales tax center and the sales tax payments the correct way in Zoho Books. So please look at how you're doing it and make sure you're doing it the right way. If you're looking for more tips on how to unlock more cash, profit, and peace of mind in your business, I would love to have you sign up for our newsletter where we send out tips every other week for business owners just like you. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.